Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and we're back with more Injustice Gods Among Us for the Wii U. Once more, we shall resemble where we left off, playing through classic battles on very easy difficulty with all the characters. We are nearly almost done, believe it or not. We've only got about, I believe, 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 more characters left to play as. Sorry, I couldn't remember for a moment, but 3 more characters left to play as, and then we're finished with every single character on the roster, and then we'll be ready to do story mode. And I can't wait to do story mode, because I do love the story. You know, honestly, if this game didn't have its story mode, this game would have flopped. Because the story is kind of what makes this game important, especially when you look at the back of the cover of the game saying, what if our world's greatest heroes became our greatest threat? It would have not made any sense for them to release this game if it didn't have a story mode, you know what I'm saying? So, this game would have been a failure without the story mode, I have to be honest with that. I mean, everybody will probably agree on that, but anyway. So, just a quick recap. We've done all the superheroes, so we did all the superheroes: Batman, Nightwing, The Flash, Cyborg, Green Arrow, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Raven, Hawkgirl, Shazam, and Green Lantern. And we're nearly almost done with the villains. We've done the Joker, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, Lex Luthor, Deathstroke, Killer Frost, Black Adam, and Sinestro. Dang it, sorry, I misclicked. So now and Bane, sorry, we did Bane in the last video as well, I forgot to mention that. So Bane was the last character we played as in the last video, so we only have 3 more villains left to play as, and we'll be done with the characters on the roster and move on over to story mode. So, the next supervillain I will be playing as will be none other than Solomon Grundy. And it's coincidental because I did see when I clicked on Classic Battles that he will be the first opponent we'll have to face, so we're going to immediately have to jump into a mirror match as soon as we get started here against Solomon Grundy himself, so I'm about ready to get this started. Now, he's huge, as you can see. He's obviously a zombie. Some of you probably can't tell he is a zombie, but he's a giant zombie is what he is. And if you guys have paid attention to my last video, then maybe you've already heard me say this, but in almost every time I see him in this costume, like obviously this is our world, Solomon Grundy, but every time I see him in this costume, I don't know about y'all, but doesn't he kind of look a little bit like the Hulk? I swear to God, he really just looks a lot like the Hulk in this costume because he's wearing purple pants almost, and he's got the face and the hair almost, you know, he just looks like the Hulk, but except gray, you know? And it's crazy because I mentioned it before in one of the previous videos that the Hulk originally was going to be gray, but there was a problem printing out the color for the Hulk when he was going to start out gray. Like, they couldn't keep the color consistent, so Stan Lee made the decision to turn the Hulk green, which is the way he is today. So, that's just what he reminds me of. He just reminds me of Hulk's original design a bit mixed in with our current Hulk, because I don't even think Hulk, when he was originally going to be gray, I don't even think he had purple pants at the time either, but never mind. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Now, I have 3 costumes for Solomon Grundy. I got his normal outfit, which is our world Solomon Grundy. I have the Injustice version of him, which is his Regime outfit. I'm going to turn this air conditioner on. It's actually getting kind of hot today. The Regime costume, which is obviously in the Injustice world, where he has like the prison suit and he has short black hair and more. And then I got the Bossman Grundy outfit. I forgot how I unlocked this costume, to be honest, but I got Boss Grundy as well. So, Boss Grundy. This is the costume I'm going to play as because, personally, I think Grundy looks the best in his Boss Grundy outfit because, to me, if you've seen my previous videos, and I mentioned it before, that in the Boss Grundy outfit, Solomon Grundy just looks just like the way I remember him from when I first discovered him. He's wearing the suit, you know, he's wearing a black suit, he's got the hat on and everything where he looks like a boss, so it's just classic Solomon Grundy to me, seeing him with the hat on and the suit and everything. So I have to choose him in his Boss Grundy outfit because that's classic Solomon Grundy for me right there. So I'm going to select Solomon Grundy in the boss outfit, and let's just go ahead and get this started, shall we? And I do not remember how he plays, so it's going to feel new for me trying to relearn his moves when I get into the play here, just to let y'all know. So here we go, guys. Injustice Gods Among Us for the Wii U, Classic Battles on very easy difficulty with Solomon Grundy. Let's do it. Now, in my last video, I did mention that I was pretty bored when I was playing as Bane, so there's a chance I could get bored here playing as Solomon Grundy. I mean, I want to hope not, but characters I'm not really too interested wanting to play as at all, they kind of can get boring for me, you know, sometimes. Or some of them they're good, but I just don't find myself interested in them. So yeah, I was pretty bored a bit though in my last video. I was pretty bored a lot in my last video when I played as Bane. His moves were just boring me out, you know. But let's see how Solomon Grundy does. Boss Man Grundy. Oh, he picked the same costume. This is a complete mirror match now. He picked the same costume as me. Alright, Grundy. Oh, he can do a drop kick. That's cool. For a guy his size to be able to jump in the air like that. There's cleavers. That's one of his moves, I guess. What's his throw? Let's use this. Alright. So there's the cleaver spin where he uses cleavers to his advantage. He's got walking corpse where he just walks up and grabs his opponent. Grave rot, which is the grave rot where he just rots. Apparently, I don't know what that does, but apparently he creates this little rottenness around him. I don't know what that move does exactly, but all right. So I have no idea what that move does, if the rottenness does anything or not. So apparently you see for that move, when you press down left B, he creates the grave rot, as I said, where he just rots. I don't know what that does. I'm not sure if it's maybe meant to increase his power or anything. If anybody knows what that move does, let me know, because I'm probably not going to be able to figure it out. Anyway, we took care of our clone real fast in the beginning, so now we on to opponent number 2, Ares. So that was a pretty easy fight, obviously because it's on very easy, which is good, because otherwise if I was playing this on a harder difficulty, Rage would have probably already been doing for me, especially since I don't even know how to play as Solomon Grundy, so thank goodness for that. Regime Ares. Alright, Regime Ares, let's do it. Start you off with a drop kick, right to your face. So yeah, I have no idea what that extra poisonous does. If anybody knows what that does, let me know, because I don't know what that rot does, the grave rot. Left to right, he does a dead air. He does a dead air where he just picks his opponent up and just throws them. Down left X, and he does a swamp hands. Ah, yes, I like this move where he has like little swamp hands come out of the ground like zombies. That's cool. And then the last move. What the heck? He could go invisible? I didn't know Ares could go invisible. I never seen that move from him before. I didn't even know Ares could go invisible. And to the grave is where he pressed down right Y. And I actually have no idea what this move does. Apparently it's some sort of grab move. You see it doesn't do anything. It's one of those moves, I guess, that has to be done in the air or something. Bit of a pointless move if it doesn't even do anything. Cleavers. Now let's try to do the super move, shall we? So I gotta hit him, yep. Yeah, you can see that one isn't really that good of a super move. That one kind of bored me out, as you saw there. He just does a couple hits as the strongman that he is. At least the only thing that was cool was the fact he takes a grave out of his stomach and he uses as a weapon, but the fact it's only just 3 hits and he just doesn't do hardly much in that super move, you can see how boring that really was. I really don't like Solomon Grundy's super move that much either. His is really lame. At least it's good to easy to avoid. I mean, you saw when my duplicate was trying to do it on me as my first opponent, I was just easily able to jump away because he only has a few seconds to try to hit somebody before he can't do his super move. So as soon as you activate your super move, you got to press a button to hit your opponent or just grab them and, you know, you'll perform the super move. But yeah, you can see it was pretty lame. I really did not like that. That was a pretty lame super move. That was super lame. Missed the cleavers. There we go. Throw this motorcycle. Oh, he caught me. Boing! Put him in the stage transition. Sorry, I haven't been talking. I was trying to focus, sorry. I don't really need to focus that much because this is pretty easy, but I mean, I was just trying to perform the certain special moves I wanted to perform, so that was why I was concentrating. Because doing these special moves is pretty tough sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Ooh, I barely was lucky to jump away from that, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought I was gonna get hit because Solomon Grundy's a big character, so I thought I was gonna get hit for sure. Oh! She got me. Alright, let's try the super move again. Even though I don't really want to perform it, but we'll do it again. Second time's the charm. So like I said, you can see just how lame it is. He just does a punch and he just throws his opponent in the air and then he just performs that, use a tombstone or a grave for the win. It's a pretty lame super. You can really just see how lame that is. It's pretty stupid. I really don't like that super. Like I said, the only thing that was cool is him taking the grave or stone out of his stomach and using it as a weapon. It's pretty cool, but at least that part's cool, but everything else is just lame. Like, it just feels like nothing. I mean, it fits him in regards. I mean, as I said, I think all the super moves that the characters have fit them in regards, but some of them are just pretty lame and stupid. Like, they just feel pointless. Like, they could have done something more with their supers, but instead we just got what we got, you know what I'm saying? Such as example as we saw with Solomon Grundy and with Harley Quinn's super. It just feels like nothing because they just didn't give him enough to do to perform a good super. It's boring and it sucks, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I have to say in regards to that. And I didn't really speak about Solomon Grundy's victory pose. His victory pose is alright. I like how he kind of does throw his opponent off the screen where it's just him alone because he's the winner. Because he is a villain, so I guess it would make sense he would do that. You know, just throw his opponent off the screen where he doesn't have his opponent featured. It's just him alone. But it's not that really good of a victory pose. I will have to admit that. I mean, that's all he just does, you know, so it's not really that good of a victory pose, you know. That's all he just simply does. Alright, I'm going to bring Cyborg over here now. I'm going to try to attempt to perform that stage transition. Or I could even just throw a few things at him while I'm at it. I might throw this robot, since I recently figured out you can use this robot as a interaction. Alright, come here, Cyborg. There we go. Sorry if that takes some time to do. It's just, you know, Solomon Grundy's pretty slow, and sometimes the AI just takes a bit of time coming up to me, as you saw. So if you guys are getting sick of me doing that, I'm so sorry if it's boring you out that I take so much time to try to attempt to perform a certain move or upstage transition on an opponent. They just take some time to, like, just come up to me sometimes. I don't know why that is, but never mind. Anyway, Cyborg's taken care of. Our world Cyborg, should we say, as well as we did have our world Harley Quinn when we fought her before Cyborg as well. And now we're up to Catwoman next, so we're just at the halfway mark of this classic battles with Solomon Grundy. Wonder Woman's going to be next after Catwoman, so they really should have saved that stage with her. It would have made a lot more sense, but oh well. Looks like we're fighting here against Catwoman. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, the game just chooses random opponents and then random stages, so, you know, you can't really control it. I mean, it doesn't matter for me, you know, but anyway, here's Catwoman. And it's Regine Catwoman. Love it. This is a much better costume for her anyway, in my opinion, so I am glad to see her using this costume. Like, this is so much of a better costume just because she's wearing a full mask and stuff. It's so much better than her normal costume, as we saw there. Oh, you son of a gun. She performed it on me. I was trying to attempt to get it on her. Ah, you lucky. Oh, well. So, as I was saying, this costume that she's in, the Regine outfit's just better. It's just so much better than her costume that we saw there in the character select screen thing when we had our next opponent. You know what I mean? I mean, I've said that way so many times, but I just can't help but to keep on saying it. This is just really a much better costume, you know? It's not that her normal costume sucks or nothing, but this is just more of the Catwoman I'd be aware of, you know? Just her with a full mask on and stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? That absolutely just went straight... These barrels are just going over her. She's not far away enough. Fuck these barrels. Just perform the stage transition. Apparently your opponent has to stand far away to throw the barrels at him. That's kind of stupid, but oh well. I didn't even want to bother throwing the last barrels. I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna perform the stage transition because it was just getting lame. I kept throwing all those barrels and none of them were hitting her. I'm gonna charge up. Yep, there we go. Oh! Okay, I'm going to try to perform the super move again, even though I don't really want to, but why not? We'll do it again. I think this is my third time I'm performing it now. Yes, it is. Use that tombstone for the win. Right across the skull. Wow, she got a scar on her back. You see that? I don't know if you've noticed about Catwoman's costume here, but the Regime costume, you can see she has like a little bit of her skin showing on her sides. It's like her side of her stomach or whatever, but there was a scar on there. That's crazy. Never saw that part of the damage of the costume before, where she actually has a scar on her skin. That's pretty crazy. Some of those cuts and scars look really bad on them. They really did really well with this game when they decided to add the damaged costume features. Like I said, it's still lame that they removed that in Injustice 2, because even though Injustice 2 is cool too, but that's just the one thing I find that's a bit off about it, is just they remove the costume damage. That's kind of a bit, that kind of sucks, but oh well, nevertheless, it's still a good game. I still prefer this game overall over Injustice 2. I feel like some people might like Injustice 2 a little more, but mainly because of the DLCs. I think that's why some people like Injustice 2 a little bit more, because especially when they added the DLC characters like Mortal Kombat's Raiden and Sub-Zero, as well as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hellboy, and a few other characters, you know? So, in those regards, I can see why some people find it better, you know? But I still like the storytelling and much more in this game better, you know? The storytelling is just a much better story for me. You know, especially how it talks about how Superman turns evil in the Injustice world, so I'm just more of used to this kind, you know what I'm saying? This is the story and this is the game that really got me into the franchise, so I have to give props to it in the end, you know? Trying to go for your sword and shield, eh? Oh. Bring her over here in the computer. Boing! And I'm going to bring her over here now. I'm going to try to attempt to put it the stage transition. Sometimes I wish these characters could go a bit faster, but never mind. There we go. So we're easily taking care of Wonder Woman here, as you can see. I'm going to try to attempt to perform my super move, but I need to charge it up, of course, as usual, so... I like how every time the bar just goes up, the opponent just has to hit me one last time before, you know, after I get it charged up. Anyway, here we go with the super again. Tombstone right across the skull. Even though it's a lame super, but I'll take it. Good night, Wonder Woman. See you next time. So, yep, this isn't going too bad, you know? I'm not actually getting too bored here playing as Solomon Grundy, even if I'm not a big fan of the big characters, but he's actually not too boring. He's actually a little bit better than Bane. I'm actually liking him a little bit better than Bane. His moves and, you know, playing as him is actually a bit far better than playing as Bane, so I'm actually really enjoying myself a little bit more here with Solomon Grundy than I did in my last video with Bane, because I was bored playing as Bane throughout that whole video. Ooh, Injustice Nightwing, Regime Nightwing, or Damian Wayne Nightwing, whatever you want to call him. So even though Solomon Grundy only has 6 special moves, they're at least decent, you know. He has some alright special moves, you know what I'm saying? So even though with him not having as many moves, you would think he's not that good. I mean, I still don't find him that good because he doesn't have that many specials and more, but some of them are not too bad, and plus, you know, his attacks that I'm performing here are actually much better than Bane's, in my opinion. I'm actually really liking playing as Solomon Grundy a little bit more than I did with Bane in the last video, so this is a bit more enjoyable for me. Let's use that weapon again. And I'm going to try to hope I can bring Nightwing back over here now, because I want to perform the other stage transition, or perform this weapon, this little car thing, whatever the heck that is. And then I'm going to bring him over here. Ah, of course. I was just about to get ready to perform it, and he just had to activate his super move. That's fine. I mean, I shouldn't be getting so worked up over it, because it doesn't even do that much damage. I mean, look at my health. I still have the silver health bar, but still. It just sucks when you're just trying to attempt to do something, and the character just has to do something at the last second just before you could do it. It's kind of stupid, but oh well. I got it. And I saw my bar was almost full, so I should be able to perform the super move. Let's see. As long as he doesn't block it. There we go. Like I said, I really don't like the super move that much. You heard my rant about it earlier, but I guess it's still better than nothing. I mean, with super moves that I'm not a big fan of, you would probably think I don't perform them. I don't want to perform them nearly as much, which in a way I kind of don't, but I don't know, I just still do them anyway, because I guess I just think the super moves are just the best way to finish an opponent off, even if some of them are pretty lame, like Solomon Grundy's here, or even Harley Quinn's, but I just still do them, I guess. I don't know. I just don't know, okay? Look, I'm a weird person, I admit. I confuse myself sometimes, if I admit. But anyway, none of that matters. We only got 3 more opponents left to fight. We have Deathstroke up next as our 8th opponent, and then we got Doomsday and then Regime Superman. Ooh, I was about to say, I think this is Insurgency Deathstroke. It is. Love it. So yeah, there's Insurgency Deathstroke. As you can see, he doesn't have his helmet on in the Insurgency outfit. He has his face showing. His costume's a bit different. It's actually not a bad costume. I mean, it's kind of interesting for the fact that he shows his face off, as Slade Wilson. But I still prefer the normal costume just because Deathstroke's normally known for having a hoodie, like a helmet on, It's the traditional, logo. It's kind of like part of his symbol, him having... The logo and his symbol is kind of basically off his helmet, so, it's more iconic. But him without his helmet isn't bad either. I mean, he still looks like a badass even without the helmet on. But, anyway. Miss the cleavers. Throw this motorcycle. I think that's the Bat Cycle, pretty much, because, this is Wayne Manor, so that's pretty much the Bat Cycle. Ah, he did it on me. Ah, dang you, Deathstroke. I'm not giving up. There we go. Alrighty, inside this hall we go, and throw this light. Throw you into that table, kick you. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? I think that was about to be it from that kick, and he just had to. Ah, you son of a. Ah, that made me mad, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, let's finish you with the super instead. Ah, yes. You saw that Deathstroke tried to hit me while I was doing that too, but apparently I do keep forgetting to mention that Solomon Grundy also has super armor on when you're trying to perform the super move, so if your opponent tries to attempt to attack you when you're trying to perform it, he has super armor, so you can't stop him. I mean, I think that's the case with almost every character. They pretty much have, super armor on when you try to hit them while they're about to try to perform their super move, so there's a less chance you can stop them. But there's been times when I was trying to perform a super move with some of the characters, and the AI, for some reason or somehow, found a way to actually stop me, which I'm curious to wonder how that was possible, because I thought it wasn't, but oh well. I guess I'll just never understand the game fully, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're almost finished. Doomsday's up next, and then as I said, we got Regime Superman as the final boss. This is actually the 3rd time I'm facing Doomsday as the second to last opponent before I face Superman as the final boss. I'm realizing that now. I remember in one of my previous videos it happened to me for a 2nd time, and this is now the 3rd time I'm facing Doomsday as the second to last opponent to fight before I go up to Superman. And how appropriate is it that we're even fighting him in Metropolis, the Regime version of Metropolis, where there's a statue of him in the background, and then when we get to Superman, we gotta always face him in the Fortress of Solitude. And we do kind of actually see Doomsday in the Fortress of Solitude too, but except it's Regime's Doomsday that's inside his Fortress of Solitude, so... Ah, the super armor, I don't like it. I do not like that super move. Do not like it when Doomsday activates that A button to perform his super armor. Oh! Oh my god, jeez! Wow. Doomsday's out starting to go a little bit crazy now. I mean, Doomsday can be a bit of a... He's not usually that much of a problem to fight against, but there's times he can go a bit crazy, so you might want to be careful with him, because he can get a little bit crazy sometimes, so... We're pretty much seeing that in full display here. He just all of a sudden went into crazy mode and just landed a couple attacks and then performed a super move on me. I have to admit, if I was to say what are some of the best super moves in this game, I probably would have to rank Doomsday as one of them, because his super move is pretty awesome, even though all he's just doing is just punching you into the bottom of the earth and then punching you back up. It's pretty cool to see him just throwing you into the bottom of the atmosphere of Earth and then right back up. So honestly, if I have to say what are some of the best super moves in this game, I may have to give it to Doomsday as one of them. He may be up there in the top 5, you know what I'm saying? Because his is really cool to look at. Anyway, throw that tombstone onto his head, and that shall take care of Doomsday. And now we shall approach Superman. Get the heck out of here, Doomsday. I'll see you next time. Let's get ready for Superman, shall we? Look at his fist. Did you see Solomon Grundy's left hand? Man, he took quite some scars and scrapes there, or whatever you call it. He really had his hand torn up on that one. I like the fact that his blood is green too, because I mean, zombies' bloods aren't really exactly red too much, I think. I don't know. There's been debates over what zombies' bloods become, but for Solomon Grundy's blood to be green, it's not a bad choice for him as a giant zombie. I'm happy with that. Alright, here we go, guys. Superman, let's do it. And good, I got the first hit. I mean, I don't have to get the first hit, but if you get the first hit, you'll get the first bar. There's like 4 different bars in your special meter bar and all that stuff. So you get 4 like bars, you know. So if you get the first hit on your opponent, you'll get like the first part, like 1/4 of the bar. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to explain it, but oh god, Superman. You better not start going crazy on me, because I remember when he went crazy on me in some of my previous videos, and I did not like it. Into the stage you go. I just don't know why I have such a habit of just performing the stage transition on Superman in almost every single video and almost with every single character I've been playing as. I don't know why I like it so much. I just for some reason do. I don't know why. I really have no explanation why I like to perform that stage transition so much. I really don't know. But it helps get part of the job done, I guess, right? Cleavers. Starro. He's set free. Oh, that's actually stopped him. That didn't even hit. Shouldn't have. I was trying to fill my super meter bar up to perform the super move. Sorry, I guess I clearly shouldn't have been messing around. Superman performed the super move, but that's okay. I'm still alive. Let's finish him off with the super, shall we? If he'll let me. Yes, he will. Alright, Superman, you're finished. Take a tombstone to the head and get the heck out of here. See you bye next time. I'll see you in the next video because this is it for you. Nighty-night. So, yep. We took care of Regime Superman again. I don't know why I delayed on trying to say something. I don't know why, but never mind. So actually, as I said, I actually did enjoy playing as Solomon Grundy a little bit more than I did with Bane in the last video. That was actually a little bit more enjoyable playing as Solomon Grundy. I have a feeling maybe Doomsday will be fun to play as the next video. Yes, I did decide I'll do Doomsday in the next video, and then I'll play as Ares last. Anyway, Solomon Grundy's ending.
Grundy eluded capture and returned to his swamp to heal his wounds. During regeneration, Grundy found he could channel the elemental force of the red. All animal life would bend to his rule. His increased power also allowed him to resurrect the long-lost gray force. Now, instead of ruling Earth's creatures, he could simply destroy them. After defeating the world's heroes, Grundy turned Earth into his version of paradise. He now rules over a gray and lifeless planet.
Wow, literally destroyed every human being on the Earth just for his own. That is insane. What a sick ending for Solomon Grundy, am I right? It's crazy. Anyway, you guys, that was it. We defeated Regime Superman, the final boss, and banished him to the Phantom Zone, following it up with Solomon Grundy's ending. So now we're done. So Solomon Grundy is now finished. So stay tuned for the next video. As I mentioned, I did decide on which character I'll do next. I'll do Doomsday next in my next video. And then the last character I'll play as will be Ares, and then I'll be ready to do story mode in this game. So that I've made my decision. So stay tuned for the next video, as I'll play Doomsday next in the next video, y'all. But until then, I'm out of here, y'all. I'll see you next time. Hope y'all have a good one as always. Don't stop believing, I guess, you know, because I remember one of my friends was talking to me before this video where she was having a hard time trying to stay confident. I told her to believe in herself. So stay believing in yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I think I can say left, because it's an important meaning to say. So, I'm out of here, y'all. See you next time. That'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike to give it a thumbs down. Join me next time for the next video. To all you boys, men, and gals out there, boom. Fist bumps good to all of you. And to all the girls, ladies and women out there, kisses to all of you. But until then, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.